Muy buenas a todos y bienvenidos a otro vídeo más de Mass Effect. Y bueno, ahora mismo, como veis, seguimos en Feros, aunque ya hayamos completado todo lo que podíamos completar en este planeta. Ya sabéis, vamos a la colonia, destruimos a la Zoriana y ya lo único que nos queda sería regresar a la Normandia y hablar con los compañeros, a ver qué opinan sobre cómo hemos solucionado el problema. Así que ya sabéis, vamos a regresar a la Normandia. Y bueno, por lo demás voy a dedicar este vídeo entero a hablar con los compañeros, a entablar amistades con ellos y básicamente a conocerlos mejor. Así que ya sabéis, vamos a bajar las escaleras, vamos a entrar por aquí, a pasar por aquí, a ver. Ahí está la Normandia, ¿vale?
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Decontamination in progress. Decontamination in progress.
Commander, you look pale. Are you suffering any ill effects from the cipher?
Bueno, me siento raro.
The cipher shook me up a bit.
I might be able to help you. I am an expert on the Protheans. If I join my consciousness to yours, maybe we can make some sense of it.
Do it. Hurry. We don't have much time.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity.
Otra vez las visiones. Esto es perturbador, es muy perturbador.
That was incredible. All this time, all my research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are remarkably strong-willed, Commander. What you have been through, what you have seen, would have destroyed a lesser mind.
Eso creo que es un halago, ¿no?
What did you see?
The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly damaged. Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the Commander's mind is incomplete.
Así que no había nada útil, ¿no?
You sure you didn't come across any kind of clue or hint? Something we might have missed?
Everything I saw you already know. You were right about the Reapers. The Protheans were destroyed by a race of sentient machines. I think it is obvious there is a connection between the Reapers, the Prothean extinction, and the Conduit, but I did not see anything that would help us find it.
What's our next move?
I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision, what was there at least, but something was missing. Saren must have the missing information. Maybe he found another beacon. If we can find the missing data from your vision, I can...
¿Estás bien, Liara?
Oh, I am sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
Dr. Chakwas should take a look at you.
That will not be necessary. I just need some rest. Somewhere quiet.
Dr. Chakwas should take a look at you.
That will not be necessary. I just need some rest. Somewhere quiet.
We're done here. Dismissed.
I've sent off the Pharos report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Bueno, vamos a hablar con el Consejo a ver qué nos dicen.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, Exogeny should have told us about the Thorian. It would have made your job much easier.
Habría sido un buen comienzo. A ver, estos tíos, bueno, los miembros del Consejo, ¿qué pasa? ¿No saben, aparte de criticar, no saben hacer nada?
The Thorian liked to enslave minds. Anyone who studied it would have ended up as one of its thralls.
Perhaps it's for the best then. At least the colony was saved.
Of course it was saved. Shepard would go to any lengths.
Me parece que al turiano le sigo cayendo muy mal. Yo ayudo a todo el mundo si no te ha quedado claro todavía, ¿sabes?
Being human had nothing to do with it. They were in trouble.
Admirable. But sometimes specters have to make sacrifices. I hope you're willing to do that when the time comes.
No me puedo creer que me estén diciendo eso, pero bueno.
We'll be waiting for your next report.
Pues nada, parece que al consejo le caemos muy bien. Sí, le caemos extremadamente bien, sobre todo al turiano. Vamos, somos su ojito derecho. Y bueno, ahora, como ya he comentado, voy a hablar con todos los compañeros a ver qué opinan sobre la misión y a ver si... no sé, si me comentan algún detalle interesante. A ver, primero voy a hablar con Joker.
Hey, Commander, next time we touch down, let's try not to park the ship in a colony of mutant zombies. Just thinking out loud here.
Vale, está bien. La siguiente vez vamos a una isla paradisíaca y punto, ¿no? Vale. Nada de zombies, lo entiendo. Lo entiendo perfectamente, Joker. No te gustan los zombies, vale. A mí tampoco, créeme. Cuando me atacan y intentan vomitarme encima, me apetece, no sé, salir corriendo. Pero bueno, a ver. El control de la puerta. A ver, vamos a hablar con Kaidan.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
De las trabas que te está poniendo el consejo, bueno, yo creo que era evidente, pero bueno.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Anything I can do?
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Except for you, of course. Besides, I fared a lot better than some after Kinetics was through.
I haven't heard anything about Kinetics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the training on Jump Zero. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring
Expertos, vale, o sea que eran miembros de Kinetics sin ningún tipo de categoría de expertos, mejor. A ver, ¿y por qué no hacerlo solos?
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually.
Hostia, con lo bien que le caemos a los turianos.
They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
Y las Asaris yo creo que son mejores bióticas.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly...
Espera, ¿mercenarios turianos? Ahora entiendo lo de expertos, vale. ¿Tendrían buenas intenciones? Ya.
I'm sure Kinetics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass.
Era un auténtico hijo de... Vale. Parece que le puteó bastante a Kaidan. Hostia, ¿tuvo que pagar por ello?
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table.
Se llevó su merecido. Me parece que le dieron un poquito de su propia medicina. Qué grande, Kaidan.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I'm glad there aren't many aliens like the Thorian. I don't think my stomach could...
Y que lo digas.
Hell of a deal you worked out with Jung, though. If I ever get a speeding ticket, I want you to be my advocate.
Somos un negociador nato, muy nato, en serio. Somos el mejor. Sobre todo cuando hay que engañar a unos hijos de... ya sabéis. Hombre, intentaban, no sé, deshacerse de toda la colonia con todos los colonos dentro. Eso había que evitarlo. A ver, vamos a hablar con la doctora Chacoas.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an
Otra vez esto, ¿vale?
But humanity needs the alliance if we
Ever
want to
think you
keep
made
it.
the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening.
Nah, esto ya hablamos con ella de este tema.
Goodbye, Commander.
A ver, vamos a hablar con Liara.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my
Mi creciente interés por ti. Vaya, me siento halagado, Liara.
Myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously.
Hombre, no vivimos un milenio. Vivimos muy poco. Nuestra vida es corta, ¿no? Comparada con la vuestra, muy corta.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
A los 150, bueno.
At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
Es lo que intentamos hacer, sin duda.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you.
Bueno, la verdad es que estuvieron un poco obligados a aceptarnos en el Consejo como espectro, pero bueno. Podrías haber preguntado en vez de sacar el tema de Acus directamente.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something.
Ya sabéis, somos un sujeto interesante de investigación.
There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Vale, eso ha sido una... no sé. ¿Te me estás insinuando, Liara?
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
No, esto no, pero eres un alienígena ni de coña. Ash es especial, pero...
I care about Ash. A lot.
I thought so. Still, I feel as if there is also some attraction between us, Shepard.
En eso tienes razón.
You're right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common.
Es lo que hay, no tiene por qué tener sentido.
These things never make sense. They just happen and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic.
Me parece que le está gustando demasiado el tema a Liara. Yo te protegeré, no te preocupes.
I'll keep you safe.
I am not looking for a protector. This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. You. I need some time.
Entiendo.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Me parece que Liara está muy interesada en mí ahora mismo. Y no como en un sujeto de investigación, porque eso fue un poco raro la última vez, pero bueno. Bueno, ya sabéis, ahora vamos a la bodega a hablar con Brex, Garrus y Tali. Aunque la verdad, Liara me ha sorprendido. A ver, primero voy a hablar con Tali.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Vaya, estás contenta, ¿eh?
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
Es cierto, no podemos verte.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is.
Me alegro.
I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Theron's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
No te preocupes, que te ayudaremos en lo que sea, Tali.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's
¿Por qué?
a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board.
Ah, así que tu padre es alguien importante dentro de la flotilla, vale. De 17 millones de personas. Bueno, voy a preguntar, ¿eres de la realeza?
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty.
Te subestimas demasiado, Tali.
Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get.
Entonces estás en mucha presión, vamos, estás totalmente vigilada siempre.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
¿Y cuál es la respuesta?
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First we stop Saren, then I'll worry about my own problems.
Tali, tus problemas son nuestros problemas, así que no te preocupes por eso. Eso sí, vamos a hablar sobre tu padre, a ver.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person.
Vamos, que su padre era muy duro, pero al final, que no sé. Al final Tali aprecia lo que hizo por ella.
And he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant, like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it,
Bueno, la verdad es que con esas máscaras no se podría decir si está sonriendo ahora mismo Tali, así que no sé si su padre lo mismo. Oh, venga, todos los padres se preocupan por sus hijos.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Where else have you served, Adams?
Vale, esto ya sabéis, ya hablamos con Adam sobre sus anteriores servicios. Y bueno, ahora vamos a hablar con Garrus, a ver qué nos cuenta mi querido Turiano. El único al que parece que le caemos bien es que... Joder, es el único al que nos... No sé, el único que parece que le cae bien Shepard. O sea, que le caigo bien yo. A ver, preguntas personales, Garrus.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit
¿Inquietante?
disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black...
O si algún chalado les estaba arrancando órganos a los ciudadanos. ¿En serio?
So what was it?
Both, actually. But it took us a while to figure that
¿Qué averiguasteis?
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced.
Entonces, ¿cómo era posible eso?
After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing.
Ni corazones salarianos, ni hígados turianos, testículos... ¿Qué? No sé si me voy a arrepentir de preguntar esto, pero ¿testículos Krogan?
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicles...
¿Qué? ¿Trasplante de testículos? ¡Oh, joder!
It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each.
¿Por cada uno? Sí, ¿40.000? Tienen 4... Vale, eso ha sido perturbador. Tienen 4 testículos. Mejor nos lo preguntamos a Brex por si acaso.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Bueno, entrevistando a ver qué le estabas haciendo, Garrus.
You mean threaten? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding.
Empezó a sangrar bastante.
We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees.
Tubos de ensayo.
They were test tubes, walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies.
Hostia, eso es muy fuerte. Aparte de asqueroso. Pero solo si los órganos eran buenos, así que les formaba órganos dentro de esas personas, después se los arrancaba y solo pagaba si eran viables. Pues, no sé. Nunca lo atrapamos. A ver.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed.
Garrus, es muy razonable lo que hicieron los de CSEC.
Those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. They wouldn't listen.
A ver, Garrus, no puedes hacer eso. A ver, tienes que tener en cuenta que si llegan a destruir la nave habrían muerto bastantes personas aparte de los rehenes.
Well, it's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Padman and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages died.
Hombre, lo de quizás venga Garrus, no me digas eso, te equivocas.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of
Qué cachondo, o sea, Doctor Corazón. Qué gracioso. Me parece que dentro de poco le vamos a hacer una visita. A ver entonces si nos muestra su gran corazón. De esto me encargo yo.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
No te preocupes, Garrus, tú irás conmigo en esa misión. Bueno, vamos a hablar con Brex, no de los testículos Krogan, porque eso da bastante en qué pensar.
What do you want, Shepard?
Hablar contigo nada más, Brex.
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Por ejemplo,
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
¿Y tú qué querías, Brex?
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
Pero algo salió mal, ¿verdad? Como siempre, algo salió mal.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father...
Espera. Cuando tu padre te invita, ¿Jarroth era tu padre?
Jared was your father?
He was.
Joder.
Until that day.
Hasta aquel día.
We talked, but we didn't get anywhere.
Dio la señal. Espera, ¿intentó matarte, Brex?
He gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You're trying to make me cry, Shepard. I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions.
Me parece que vamos a hacer una visita a Tom Nactus y bueno, vamos a recuperar tu armadura, Brex, no te preocupes por eso. No te preocupes, iremos una a una hasta encontrar tu armadura. La buscaré, tranquilo.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
Muy bien.
So long, Rex.
Y ahora vamos a hablar con Ashley.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander
Es
Shepard
guapo el
now?
tipo. Vaya, gracias.
News here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tu hermana tiene buen gusto, Ashley.
Didn't hear that.
Lo siento, pero sí, lo he oído.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tassoni?
Liara.
Liara? Why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization.
Y al menos parece una mujer. Qué fría eres. Uf.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters.
Me parece que todavía no te caen bien ningún tipo de alien, ¿verdad? Háblame de tu familia, Ashley.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
Parece que tu padre estaba orgulloso de ti, Ashley.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they
Así
have
que
to
tu
be
padre está
raising
muerto.
kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on the neighbors.
Tenía su padre más miedo de las situaciones que se le podían montar en casa a sus hijas que, vamos, una invasión alienígena. Joder, estaba bien. Hombre, teniendo hijas como Ash no me extraña. ¿Qué carácter? A ver, ¿tu casa?
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen Hellwire away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her,
Me parece que el Mike quiso acelerar demasiado la relación.
Of course, if he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names.
Hombre, si intentó forzarla, pues yo, vamos, aparte de haberle dado una hostia al tal Mike y haberle dejado bastante jodido, pues lo de humillarlo no habría estado ni tan mal, ¿sabéis? ¿Y defensa personal?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous.
Aikido.
Sarah took Aikido.
O sea, contacto, ¿vale? Se descantó por la espada.
Likes big skirts and
Y tops de escándalo.
They do great things to her figure, though.
¿Y tú, Ashley?
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
Vaya, o sea, cuerpo a cuerpo. Vale.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice.
Vale.
They do great things to her figure, though.
Qué dedicación, no es por nada.
Traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not
Una docena de años luz, un día de viaje bien.
Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk and there's blood.
Menudas hermanas, qué bien me cae la familia de Ashley.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight up puncher.
Aproximación directa.
He swung, she wasn't there anymore, and
a la velocidad de la luz ahí.
She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics.
Les dijo a los sanitarios que se había caído. Vaya, qué vergüenza el pobre Mike. No daba una. Lo siento, y comenzó a llorar. No te metas con nadie de la familia de Ashley. Ni antes ni después.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen.
Eso es una cita.
Cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
¿Les poesía?
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave.
Ay, ahí hemos metido la pata.
Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching though. So behave.
Desde el otro mundo.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Claro que no.
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter. Only with fancier words.
Tú puedes creer en lo que quieras, Ashley.
I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
A little spooky how you handle that young guy. Didn't figure you'd know how to speak corporate.
Somos muy buenos, Ashley, ¿sabes? No nos conoces, pero si quieres... Vamos, sigue con nosotros siempre, que vas a ver lo que somos capaces de hacer. Pero bueno, siguen siendo humanos, aunque sean unos cabrones los de Exogeny. Mejor que cabrones, yo diría unos hijos de... Sí.
All you need to do is show them how getting what you want gets them what they want.
You make it sound easy. Frankly, I just wanted to put a few rounds in him and leave.
A mí también se me ocurrió esa idea, ¿sabes? La de pegarle 2 tiros y salir corriendo, pero bueno.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Y bueno, ya está, ya hemos hablado con todos los compañeros. La verdad es que parece que Ashley y Liara, las dos están interesadas en mí ahora mismo. Esto pinta muy bien. Bueno, Feros, la colonia se ha salvado. Ahora nos queda solo Noveria, el interés de los Geth. Y bueno, a ver, como veis hemos desbloqueado algunas misiones, por ejemplo la de Brex, la de Garrus. Además, un momento, el almirante Kahoku. Un momento, voy a hablar con Tali un momento porque creo que hemos aceptado ya su misión principal, que sería la de buscar algo relacionado con información de los Geth. Aunque no sé, a ver, Tali. No necesito nada de momento, pero bueno, ya sabéis, de todas maneras, aunque no nos marque como misión, ya podemos empezar a... Bueno, ya podemos terminar la misión de Tali, la de lealtad, digamos, que sería una misión de lealtad, igual que con Garrus y con Brex. Y la de Tali es básicamente de encontrar unos datos Geth que le pueden servir para ayudar a la flotilla. Y bueno, yo voy a dejar aquí el vídeo, eso sí, en el vídeo siguiente haré la misión DLC, digo DLC porque no venía ni en la versión de PC ni en la de Xbox, creo, viene... En la trilogía ya viene de por sí, es la misión del asteroide X-57 creo, y es la siguiente misión que voy a hacer, así que espero que os haya gustado este vídeo y ya sabéis, hasta la próxima, así que adiós.